Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
How you doing, Jacob? How are you, my man, doing? My fellow podcaster.
My other fellow podcaster. I'm doing swell. Pretty good. Had a pretty good week. How about you?
I did pretty good.
That's good.
I'm pretty damn excited to go over all these NFL free agency people,
Exactly.
The signings,
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot that happened, but we're pretty much condensing it all down to the worst ones and the best signings and talking about it. But first, before this starts, so we can get it out of the way, because we hopefully, potentially, will talk about March Madness in the future.
We will.
Who do you got winning? Who do you got winning it all?
I got Gonzaga winning it, and I remember you telling me that you thought Baylor was going to win. Am I right about that?
You are right. I think
you thought Baylor was going to win, and I just thought that you were crazy. You have gone far off the trail. I don't give a damn if Gonzaga is the next Pittsburgh Steelers, which they're not. They're still so good.
They are very good.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to win it.
I think it's going to be Gonzaga and Baylor, and I think it's going to be very close, but I think Baylor's going to come out on top just because of how they're able to move the basketball better and they're able to play better on-ball defense overall than Gonzaga. But let's go into the NFL free agency signings, right? Let's start off with some bad signings. I mean, this one's not even like terrible. It's just like unnecessary.
Wow.
Yeah. AJ Green to the Cardinals, 1 year, $8.5 million. How do you feel about that?
Like they have Christian Kirk, they have DeAndre Hopkins, a top 5-3 wide receiver, probably top 3. I think that you're right. It is unnecessary. It's not terrible, but it's just unnecessary, and there's no need for it.
Yeah. It's just like they didn't need him. I mean, it's good for AJ Green at least because he's probably going to get to a playoff contender team. They'll probably make the playoffs, but it's still like, why?
Literally, why?
Yep.
There's no need. Here's another why. Mr. Ginger Andy Dalton to the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, what are you doing?
The Bears.
You had a run at Russell Wilson, and you took Andy freaking Dalton.
And the worst thing was that before Mitchell Trubisky went to the Bills, before they let go of Mitchell Trubisky, the Bears decided that they were going to make Andy Dalton the starter already, which is beyond ridiculous. So I do not understand that whatsoever.
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
It is. I mean, I think even Mitchell Trubisky going to the Bills is like, why?
It's not a terrible signing because he's a good backup, very good backup.
He'll be a good backup. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's just okay.
I'm just wondering why.
He just wants to win. He just finally wants to go back to the playoffs, be like 2018 Bears, like that type of thing, but except the Bills are better. So it's
way better.
Yeah. So that's probably his motive for this. But another terrible one, Tyrad Taylor to the Texans. It's not even 1 year, $12.5 million for a bum. He's a bum at this point.
He's a bum.
He played last year on the Chargers 1 week and getting injured, then losing his spot to Justin Herbert. And I mean, they better trade Deshaun Watson. They better trade him.
Deshaun Watson does not deserve this. He needs to go away. He needs to leave.
He does need to leave.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's disrespectful too.
100%. 100%.
Another one on the Texans.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram washed up to the Texans 1 year, $2.5 million. Again, you don't need him. You have David Johnson and Duke Johnson as a backup running back, but I just think that it's unnecessary, and I don't think it's worth a signing. I think you could have got somebody else better for $2.5 million.
They could have tried to do anything else, either try to get their wide receiver core because now all they have left is Brandon Cooks now that Will Fuller's gone, or try to do something on their defense because their defense was J.J. Watt and now he's gone.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I understand the Tyrod Taylor signing. I just think it was for too much money. But also they probably could have gotten better players. I mean, a better quarterback, but the Mark Ingram just made no sense whatsoever.
Absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is. All right. The next, which we're kind of going into, well, these ones, this next one's not like terrible. It's just
like,
I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Jacoby Brissett to the Dolphins, 1 year, $5 million. I think he's going to be a good backup to Tua. I feel like we're going to see a little back and forth between what it was last year with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tua, how they're going to switch off on games. I feel like we're going to see that a lot this year with the Dolphins.
Possibly. We'll see how Tua does, though. Mm-hmm. If Tua comes in, breaks out, then we'll probably see him as a pure starter or a full-time starter.
I mean, we could see him do much better last year because they didn't have anybody, and now they have Will Fuller, which is good at least. They have someone who's a good wide receiver.
Yeah, the Dolphins still did good last year.
Mm-hmm. It's mostly because of their defense, but yeah.
Well, yeah, they have a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head on to Trey Hendrickson to the Bengals. What do you think about this?
Okay, Trey Hendrickson is one of the best defensive ends in the league. I mean, my first thing is for him, why do you want to go there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's the Bengals.
Yeah, and second, why are the Bengals giving him this much money? I mean, like, the money is not even like the biggest thing. It's really just for Trey Hendrickson. Why are you going from the Saints to the Bengals? Like, I understand that Drew Brees is gone.
Yeah.
He's retiring, but still, why? What is going on?
Yeah. I can't even think.
That's
why.
Just like, yeah.
I can't. There's no reason why he went to the Bengals. It's kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense.
Yep. Okay, let's go on to the next signing, which is Corey Davis to the Jets. It was 3 years, $37.5 million. I do not like this for either side. A, Corey Davis will not win whatsoever. He is not making the playoffs with the team. Second of all, the Jets, why are they giving him this much? I mean, they're already not doing well with their salary cap. Then they give him this to a player that's not even a top tier wide receiver. Like, he's good. He'll probably be much better than last year, but that's because he'll be a wide receiver one. But like what?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was just typing all of the reasons in about 5 seconds about why the Jets suck and why Corey Davis would ever think about going to the Jets. I'm sorry. I just had to put that down. And no, not really. The Jets are horrible. Corey Davis, this is an overpayment, in my opinion.
100%.
There's nothing much I can add more.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It is.
Another one. I like this signing. John Johnson to the Browns. 30 years, $33.75 million.
This is probably one of the best signings in the free agency that we've seen.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's one of the best safeties in the league. He did a phenomenal job on the Rams. He was one of the best, probably their best. One of their best passing defenders. Him and Jalen Ramsey were tearing it up on the field.
He helped that defense elevate himself.
Exactly. And now he's going to the Browns to help them out there, which is going to be great for them. It's definitely going to help hopefully push them back to the playoffs.
Hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Because I like the Browns. I think Baker Mayfield should stop talking.
I don't like Baker Mayfield, and I don't know how I feel about the Browns.
I like Myles Gaskin. Not Myles Gaskin. Oh, Lord. Myles Garrett.
I do like Myles Garrett. Why? Because
he's so athletic, though, too.
Yeah.
The biggest freak I've ever seen.
And the whole helmet thing.
Oh, Lord. That was not good.
No. But let's go on to Joe Thuney, who to the Chiefs. Sorry. I think this was a good deal because the Chiefs obviously need help on the offensive line, especially since what we saw in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was
Never
horrible.
seen a quarterback drop back so much in my life.
Yeah,
So,
Mahomes was still able to do good with all
mhm,
that rush.
with all that, so I think this is a good signing for the Chiefs.
I agree. I think it's great for them. You need the offensive line. You need to help Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is the best quarterback. He's the best player in the world, but he needs help.
Yeah, I mean,
Travis
Joe.
Kelce and Tyreek Hill can't do it all.
No, I mean Joe Thuney let up 2 sacks last year, only 2. Which even their quarterback Cam Newton, who's a rushing quarterback, so that he'll have a chance at getting sacked because he rushes a lot,
Yeah,
or he tries to.
Cam's one of the biggest rushing quarterbacks. I think he's like Cam wasn't great throwing wise, but he was still like
He was still good
what
rushing,
600 yards.
at least, at least.
Yeah, well, for the
Hmm.
Patriots went off
Yeah.
this free agency.
Oh my lord, yeah.
Matt Judon, 4 years, 56 million. What are your thoughts?
This is again one of the best signings in the league. He
I agree.
completely changes the defense. When he was in Baltimore, was one of their best players, and
I agree.
he knows how to utilize the field to his advantage. He's one of the
Yeah,
he's a great pass rusher, and I think he's going to do great under Belichick.
yeah. I
Um,
think Belichick will be able to help him even better.
mhm. And yeah, I mean Belichick was just going crazy.
Yeah, Belichick's been ridiculous, and I
They
think that's really helping out Cam.
Yeah, I mean they spent I think it was like $230 million, and
230? I thought it was less than that.
no, it was like 230, but that's because they had so much money because they let go like a good amount of players. Um, and they just had all that money saved up, and I could tell they were like waiting for this free agency. They were
Yes.
expecting to sign all these guys. But I mean the next 2 guys, who both wide receivers, nothing huge, but it's better than what they had before.
Much better.
Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar, both of them going. I think overall it's not like anything to go oh wow about, but it's again better than what they had before, so I'll give props to that.
Yeah, I think Nelson Aguilar was pretty good, especially on the Raiders.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's head on to another Patriot re-signing. Cam Newton, 1 year, 5 million, 5.1 million to be exact. I think Cam is still a good starter. I think he's a phenomenal rusher for quarterbacks. He's still a freak athlete. I think that with these options, he's going to do much better.
I think he will do better on the passing end because he really did not have anybody to pass to. I mean, it was Julian Edelman, but he was injured for a lot of the season.
I think
So
he was injured for like 10 games ish.
yeah, so he really couldn't pass it to anyone. It was like N'Keal Harry, and that's it.
Yeah,
And their running backs, James White,
yeah,
and
James White, Sony Michelle.
mhm.
Um,
So I mean, that's all they could really do. But
yeah,
I mean, I think it's a good signing for the Patriots, especially with all the other quarterbacks that are there. I mean, he's still a good quarterback. I still have faith that he can at least
yeah.
do good.
A lot of people blame Cam, but I think that the reason Cam didn't do good was because of his receiving help.
Yeah, he had nobody, and the defense was not as good last year. They were like
Stephon
good.
Gilmore got injured for a lot of the season.
Hmm. I mean, it was just a huge letdown for the Patriots defense. But and I mean, another thing that they're happy to look on is their tight end duo, which is another thing that Cam is going to be able to pass to, as they signed Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, who are I think going to be great.
I think it's the best tight end duo, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's a bit unnecessary. I don't think you need to get both. Maybe just
Yeah,
have Jonnu Smith or have Hunter Henry. Don't get both. But
yeah, I
they
agree.
did it, and I think it's going to be used greatly because we've seen it before on the Patriots. And Bill Belichick knows what he's doing, and he's going to be able to do this really well.
Yes, he will. Let's head on to the Dolphins again. Will Fuller. This is a good signing. 1 year, $10 million. Obviously, off his drug suspension or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
But Will Fuller's good. We know that. He's quick. He can catch. And Deshaun Watson loved him.
Yeah. I mean, whenever he's wide receiver 1, you know that he's going to be able to get the ball. He's going to be able to get you a touchdown. I still
Obviously a
believe.
mediocre wide receiver 1, but he's still good.
I think he's above average more than. I think he's better than mediocre. I mean,
Well, compared to the other wide receivers.
well, here's the thing. Before he got suspended, right? He was honestly on the brink, and I think this is mostly because it's Deshaun Watson, and I don't think he'll be able to have that type of season again this year. But he was
No.
on the brink of getting to a top 10 spot because he was just that good. He was getting that many touchdowns. He was getting that many yardage, and I think I had him maybe like a 12th or 11th in the wide receivers. So he was getting there, and
I didn't have a ranking.
he probably could have gotten there. But I think that, and because even when DeAndre Hopkins was there, he was still great. So I think this is a great signing for them since, as we said before, the Dolphins pretty much have no wide receivers whatsoever. And this is a
they need a
huge
better
thing that they
offense.
needed. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Let's go on to the last free agent signing that we're going to talk about, Patrick Patterson to the Vikings. 1 year, $8 million.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on this? Former 3-time All-Pro. Hasn't been to a Pro Bowl, though, in a few years.
I think it's good for them. I think it's going to help. Obviously, it can't hurt them.
Obviously,
I
the
still
Vikings
think,
defense is terrible.
yeah, I mean, I think he's a great defensive player. I think I think he knows when he was on the Cardinals, even though their defense as a whole was not as good. I mean, now I think it'll be better because they have J.J. Watt, but
Yes.
they, like you said, Patrick Patterson was in the Pro Bowl, right? I believe that he's going to be able to help the Vikings. They'll probably get back. I think that they have a chance to get back to the playoffs this year.
Me too.
I
I
mean
agree.
that,
Because their record's already good and they're in a weak division.
yeah. I mean,
It's like Green Bay.
I feel like this next year is everything is up in the air because the AFC is extremely tight, and the NFC is honestly getting tight as well. Because you have so many teams now. You have the Vikings, the Saints, who I don't know what's going to happen with them whatsoever. Packers, Bucks, Cardinals, Seahawks. I mean, it's a lot of teams that have a potential in the NFC to take home the gold, or even just make the playoffs. The
Yeah.
Giants.
Please get back to the playoffs.
Oh my God. Here's the thing. It's not crazy to think that they can make it.
It's not crazy, but
If Dak Prescott gets injured again, no, I'm kidding.
I can't believe you just said that.
No, I'm kidding. I love Dak. I mean, I
Love
think
Dak too.
no, they're probably gonna go to the playoffs and lead the NFC East. But if Dak did not sign with the Cowboys, I'm telling you the Giants would have made it. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
I don't care that Ryan Fitzpatrick's on the football team. They're not going to be able to
I
repeat
think
that.
that's a worry.
They're not going to be able to repeat that. The second thing is that the Eagles suck. They're terrible. They don't have a defense anymore.
That was straight up. The Eagles suck.
Yeah, it's not me being a Giants fan and me just hating the Eagles in general. But, and by the way, I don't completely hate the Eagles because I rooted for them when they were against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Yep, that's because I hate the Patriots. But
we beat the Patriots 2 times.
Exactly. But the Eagles have no defense. They have no coaching. They have no offense. The only thing they have going for them, Jalen Hurts, and he has nobody.
Yep.
Good luck, Philadelphia. Good luck with that.
Have fun.
Have fun. This next guy.
Speaking of the Giants.
So yeah, speaking of the Giants, I really hope he goes here. Kenny Golladay.
Kenny Golladay is a beast.
He is a beast. And I think if the Giants can work on, which they could probably either through trade or through the draft, trying to fix their offensive line, and because that was their main problem, okay? And Andrew Thomas, not you, the player Andrew Thomas, he was not good. You're also not good, but
I ought to teach you a lesson, boy.
You ought to teach me a lesson. No, but She was really not that good. And I know a lot of Giants fans will say that, oh, he was good. He wasn't that bad. No. If he wasn't that bad, then Daniel Jones would not have done that bad because we've seen when the O-line can be good. And look at Daniel Jones's rookie of the year. I thought he was great his rookie year. He had he had 2 4-touchdown games. 3 4-touchdown games actually. That entire
Did he
year.
have a 5-touchdown game?
He did not have a 5-touchdown game.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if because they went against the Redskins one time.
No.
And when Saquon comes back, though.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be good. I kind of forgot about Saquon, not going to lie.
Yeah, and now they got Kyle Rudolph. Oh, baby. And we signed that contract again with Leonard Williams. Oh, baby. We're getting back.
Let's see if Kenny Golladay comes to Giants. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to help us because the wide receiver core was – I thought they were going to do better. Darius Slayton's good, and he's inconsistent. Sterling Williams is very inconsistent. Golden Tate is gone. And now we have also John Ross, who's just fast. He's just very, very fast.
Yep, indeed.
That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on all the free agent signings we discussed.
Tune in to the next episode on Monday. See you guys next time.